Alright everybody, we're back. It's been a while. Been storms, tree branches flying through the windows of the trucks and stuff around here and whatnot. Other shops gone. I tore it apart. I had to get rid of it. It's a mess. Got a considerable mess. I found my weed eater motors that I want to do for the little toy there. So I gotta do some cleaning today. I want to get the fuel tank in that guy. It's already sitting in the trunk. And I gotta do something with the fuel lines because they just so happen to be right here behind all that power steering stuff. So I just got that bracket in there. So I don't know if I'm gonna leave them there or whatever. It's not that bad, but I guess I will, because you know, they're coming out of the frame back here, and I gotta go from right there. There they are. Just pop them up through the floor, right over here in the corner, and run them over to that. And then this guy, I'm gonna drill a hole right up in here, bring a hose out right to the top. Need a pretty tight 90. Well, I gotta look at the camera here, but I need a pretty tight 90 so it don't, you know, stick up too high, you know. So this guy, it's all plastic. So it used to go over that way for the gas tank. So I took it out like that and heated it up with a torch. You know, sure, why not? And just bent it the other way. So now it's gonna, here, again, I gotta look at the camera. So you know, it's gonna go something like that. You know, drill a hole up there where I was talking about, stick that in through the hole, bring this end back up through that hole, and I probably need to maybe change a little bit of something there. But again, it's just, you know, molded plastic, so just heat that crap up and bend it the way you want. Be cool with it. Keep your little cold rag laying around so you can cool it off and grab it when you need to and bend it and do what you gotta do, you know. Little vent tube goes right there. So I got my fill line, my vent line, little ground strap for it, you know, so it don't shock anything when you put it in there. So I'm gonna drill me a hole up there. I'm just gonna grab my keyhole saw that I use for drilling out doorknobs, because, you know, why not? That's a little bit bigger than that right there. Should be perfect. And I can seal that off and get some of that black tar stuff like they use for HVAC or whatnot and pack some of that around it. And you know, I'm gonna put the fender liner back inside there. I got the liners for it are over here underneath the carpet, hanging out over there on top of the motor. You know, just sitting there waiting for the next project. But that's where we're at. We're gonna go ahead and get this fuel cell in here. Go ahead and mount the fuel pump down on the frame down there. I got that, you know, typical, what else you gonna get? It's what everybody has. So run that piece of shit in there, and just like mount it up to the frame down underneath it. Got the hoses right there. Pop it out, pop them in. Two down below, one out the side. Fill hole out the side. Get some straps for it. I saved the straps off the van. Saved the straps off the Blazer. So I'll probably just take those, use the little 90 with the hole, and, you know, rebend them, weld them, whatever I gotta do. So I got another one of these laying around so I can bolt that down inside the car, up, over, and bolt it down on the other side. So reuse some material from one vehicle to another, whatever it takes. You know, that's how we do shit around here. All that 2009 stuff off of that car is going to go on my other car, the one I drive, like, you know, every day, the silver one. So it's got bigger brakes and stuff on it. This is the upgraded John Cooper Works, basically. It's not off the junk. Oh, not that. This one. The original on those, I want to say, is 8.5, 8 3/4 or something like that. You know, diameter rotors. And these here, I think, are 9.5, something like that. So the brake rotors and calipers and brackets and all that stuff supposedly swap over one way or another. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to see about doing the whole entire spindle, because I have a set of coilovers that came off of that car. I put the back ones back on that car, so they're being used. But I got some coilovers for the front that I would like to see about putting on the 04, 03, 04. I think it's an 04. Might be an 03. Anyways, the silver one. I call it silver too, you know, like Long Ranger's horse. Anyways, so front brakes upgraded, a little bigger for my car, and the rear end, I just got word, one of these little Mini Cooper groups that I'm on Facebook. The rear end out of the 09 will bolt right up in there too, and this one has the you know, lighter weight control arms and all that kind of stuff and everything for it, and bigger brakes. So caliper don't look like it's much bigger, but I do know that it is a bigger rotor. Like I said, I think these are 9 1/4 or 9 1/2 or something. Don't quote me on that. I just know they're bigger. So, and the suspension, like I say, is a little different, and it's definitely lighter weight compared to what's in my car. And the guy that I talked to said excuse me, something about the washers. Somehow or another, one way, somewhere, maybe the washers for where that bolts in, said he had to get some different washers between the two cars. So I'll figure that part out when it comes to it, and that's probably, I don't know, another video. I'll go ahead and trick that out and do that and swap out my suspension. But right now I got the landlord's Oldsmobile in the driveway over there, the old Cutlass, and a trailer full of trash from everything that I've been trying to, you know, some stuff goes to the dump, some stuff goes to the scrapyard. Axles got to go to my buddy Mike. Third seat's supposed to go back in the van. That goes back in the van. And a lot of the plastics and stuff. I hung on to those dashboards, the panel covers, just for whatever stupid switches, you know. The little 110 plug, I'd like to put that in my van. Cigarette lighter adapters if I need them. I could use that for whatever. I can make that my horn button, you know. I can do these things, you know. I'm not going to use that dash, but I could use some pieces. Oh, I got 2 of them, and you know, this here I could swap out with my buddy Mike, get me a 6 lug, because I'm missing a couple on my van. But yeah, I got a load. I gotta get to the scrap yard. I've been having some doors and stuff. I've been doing some work on the house. Put a new screen door right there on the laundry room, and put a new screen door up front. I put a new back door in the back of the house. As you can tell, I did take part of the tent that used to be up there, and I put it on my little tool room on the back of the house. I built the tool room back here before I had these, so you know, that's the old one, is the upgrade. Now I got a shop, but I still got the workbench and stuff up there, and you know, the doggy doors. So I had the doggy doors in there, so I got to leave that unzipped, but at least it'll help keep that winter cold air from blowing in through the doggy door. So I got a couple spare doors. I need to actually go get a couple more, because I need, actually, yeah, I need a side door for that laundry room. It has one of those old louvered with all the different panels of glass in it, you know, like that 70s stuff. And it leaks a lot of cold air in the wintertime. So my laundry room's always freezing cold in there. So, and there's no heat vent. because that's apparently, you know, an addition somebody added to the house or something or other, whatever. That's all an addition that was added to the house too, the original roof. And this used to be the back porch. So that room in there used to be our back porch. Somebody turned it into a bathroom that I had to delete because I didn't like it. So but yeah, the whole strip used to be back porch all the way up, and this thing hanging here is only like halfway in. See, the roof goes way up there, and look, see, it's got 2 angles right here and then up there. So yeah, all this right here all used to be back porches. Probably used to be a door back in the day here. You come up the side of the house and go up on the porch that way. Or maybe you walked over and up on it, I don't know. All that siding looks original, so I guess maybe whatever. I don't know. If I go compare that siding to that siding, I could probably tell you it's different, because I've been doing this shit long enough. Which brings me to a point. A lot of people tell me that, you know, people I know in real life, that I probably should film more stuff more often, because I do things and I look at people and I'm like, didn't you know that? And they're like, no, dude, not everybody knows all the shit you know, not everybody's been down that road, not everybody's done the shit that I've done, you know. And they say that I could really educate a lot of people, which I haven't got the patience for. That's probably why I don't. Hey, there's a spider. What's up, little spider? What you doing? Should we give you... Oh, hey, he's pissed. He's wrong. He's taking off. I guess I'm gonna have to get the spray and, you know, spray him. Air freshener spray, folks. What do you think? I'm gonna kill him? Yeah, of course I'm gonna kill him. Anywho, I don't know. I just wanted to come back and say, hey, it's been a while. There we go. How you doing, y'all? Too ugly to show my face, so I don't do it often. So this guy's about ready to go. I got my gas pedal out. Oh, speaking of gas pedals, you know, I need one with a cable, so I took everything out of there, and I took the master cylinder off just in case I gotta fabricate something and do whatever for that. I got me a gas pedal yesterday. How long has it been since you've seen one of those? The Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts store here in town is about to close, and they've got the shift boot that I need for the 4-wheel drive, a brand new one. It's chrome plated, you know, old school Mr. Gasket shit, just like that foot pedal is. And I'll be able to take the chrome plate and bend it to the curve of my floor, and then stick it in there and bolt it down and have a nice boot going around the 4-wheel drive. So that's going to be cool, but since they're closing, they're going to be having a huge sale soon. So I figured there's no sense in spending 35 bucks for it right now when I can probably go get it for 10 or 20 in about another week or so. And I don't need it today, so it's fine. Hopefully nobody else goes and gets it from me. I gotta take the shifter apart because there's some linkages in there that like lock it. You know, the whole you got to put your foot on the brake to take it out of park thing, and it's acting stupid. So I saw another video in a little Mini Coopers group, one of them that I'm in several, but there's a way you could take the plastic pieces off the bottom of that shifter. That way I could just pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. And this shifter only does part reverse, neutral, and drive. When it's in drive, it has like a pull back and push forward option because it electronically shifted the gears that way. If you wanted first gear, you just tap, tap, tap like a slap shifter. It don't go click, click, click. The shifter don't move that way. So, you know, just like the little, you know, things on the, you can shift it here or you can shift it down there. Well, naturally this ain't gonna work with the S10 motor, so whatever. You know, hey, maybe on the next one I'll swap steering wheels with this one and the silver one when I drop the LS in it, And maybe if I go with the newer style transmission that has that shit, I'll get that wired in there. So, which I can probably do, because, you know, it's not that hard. I've taken a 96 S10 with the 4.3, and I took a 5.7 out of a, I think it was, yeah, it was a 5.7 out of a 95 or 97, whatever it was. It was right around the same year, but it had the same stuff, right? So I made my own wiring harness out of all the factory harnesses. I had the harness out of both trucks. So I laid them down on the ground in the shop, grabbed the books. I got the little Chilton's manual or Haynes manual or whatever one, you know. I put the wiring harness to this truck, put the wiring harness to that truck, set them on a table, and sat there and looked. Well, you know, you had that big plug that plugs into the intake. The one for the V8 naturally is a bigger plug because it has more wires in it. So I swapped out the whole plug from the full-size truck to the S10 and made my own harness. And when you open the hood, the only thing that looked different was there was no fan on the front of the motor. There wasn't enough room. You could stick your hand in between the water pump and the radiator, but there was no room for a fan, not even an electric one. So I went with 2 mini fans in the front and pushed the air through behind the grill, and worked pretty good unless you're in Georgia in the middle of summer sitting in a drive-thru at McDonald's. But other than that, you know, as long as you're driving down the road, you could even be in rush hour. I never had any problems driving through Atlanta. No big deal, as long as you can keep moving. It's just when you're sitting still and not going anywhere, it wanted to start heating up. So anywho, I'm just rambling on because I'm finally out in the backyard. It's been a couple of days out here cleaning up the junk just to get it presentable. I mean, this is bad, this is terrible. My yard's never really looked like this before, but I can't lie, I've been extremely busy lately. And on top of being busy, man, I'm hurting. You know, every time I work for 2 days, hell, it takes me 3 days to be able to recuperate from it. So, you know, the pain levels have not gotten better with the weather. So I was hoping after winter was over that, you know, things would be okay. You know, well, this year it seems to be like 72 degrees is a ticket. Anything below 72, I got that sharp stabbing pain, and it hurts so freaking bad. All I want to do is cry and kill people. So, you know, it's a little bit more tolerable, but, you know, we've been having lots of rain, and that stuff hurts. And, yeah, it's been bad. Like I say, that's why I haven't been around, folks. I just wanted to, you know, come back and give you a what's up. I am going to get out here and start tinkering on this today. I'm probably going to go ahead and put you on the tripod. I'll do a little time lapse. I'll like set you over here somewhere and just kind of keep an eye on the whole area. You'll see me running in and out, you know, scratching my head, wondering what the heck I'm doing. But that is the next one that I'm gonna make. I want to find another S10, like maybe a Typhoon or a Cyclone that somebody wrecked. That way I've already got the lowered chassis and everything and the nice wheels. But, you know, we'll see what I find. But I'll do another one after this one's done. This one's gonna be my one for taking out on trails and stuff. I'm just gonna leave a little factory V6 in it. I don't care, because I want to try to have heat and air and everything in this car. I want this one to be, if I want to get in it and drive it 3 hours to Tennessee and go hit the mountains, I can do it, and I know I'll feel safe doing it. If I put an LS in it and do something like that, I'm gonna have to pull the heater out. I'm gonna have to lower it down lower on the chassis, you know, cut the floorboard, put a tunnel in it, you know, probably cut some of the firewall out. So all that heat and everything has to come out. And, you know, who knows, there's plenty of room under that dash. Maybe I'll do an aftermarket kit or something, you know. We'll figure it out. But the next one I definitely want lowered. I want it for street. You know, if I'm going to put an LS motor in it, I want it to be fast. I want it to take it to Atlanta Motor Speedway on Friday nights and hit the little drag strip, you know. Maybe even take it off on trips somewhere. But, you know, I don't want to be out there with no heat no air. Taking that thing on adventures, you know. I might have to put it on a trailer and take it places. This one, I don't have to put it on a trailer and take it places. And I can get in it, turn the air on, and ride down the road and go. So that's the intent, you know, intent. Haha, I just realized that. Anyways, where did you go? Try to get y'all some more content here and see what this thing's gonna be like once it's done and over with. I'll be back at you soon.